Can only use it in the dunes, though? Really? Well, we know how we're getting across the sections over here now. Makes perfect sense. Why don't we go check that out over here? Might as well. A little sad that we can only use this over the dunes, though. Bandit camp. One way to get off of the blimp, I suppose.
Glad to see some wood scrap
The
there.
suplex
The
anchor.
you. Care for it. Stunk's fort is right here. Don't even have to look for it.
Bye. Goodbye, I said. I hope we got the monk out of the last bandit camp we went to. I'm actually not sure if we did. Oops.
What's here?
What else is over here? Let's go visit him. Why not? No idea what he's gonna give us. Might as well. There's also a town nearby. See the blimp on the map. Not our blimp, but another blimp. Off that way.
It's okay to smile at the growing light.
Yeah, see? There's a town!
The residents here couldn't agree on what to name their village, so they just call it X.
Really? Because it looks like it's named Snowly. What do you want?
Cries about how the Lotus captain killed their kidling. They won't.
I think we already picked this up.
Wonders if you might be a real. You should be able to.
We say we already have a Lotus Captain quest. It's not a new side quest. Just in a different area.
Asks you to check out the.
We already have one of those. What do you got going on out here, man? What can I do for this NPC?
An aerodrome where the brave got into tin cans that got tossed through the sky.
Also, that is a very vibrantly colored tree for the area we are in.
Stories keep moving whether you drive them or not.
Well, hello.
Maybe it can.
Rude. Rude. Incredibly rude.
You've got more than a flesh wound.
He DEADZONed himself, seriously. Good day. We have not found one of these before. What's going on here?
Seems the nozzles need to be regulated to set the pipe workings in motion.
I don't know. Just need to match them all up.
Well, now that'll just remain a pipe dream. You need to regulate the nozzles so they adjoin.
Well, thank you for explaining that now.
Now that's unblocked, there's nothing stopping the flow. Nothing simple. It's locked. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate.
Hello. What relic have we uncovered here? Another handle, huh? Oh, that's a cool jacket. Not nearly as good as our split jumper, but that's a cool looking piece of armor right there.
You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate. It's a new day to you. Might as well enjoy it.
Let me in right
They
there.
call
Oh,
this
you look.
the out and about. Look for Sol in these parts. Let's see.
I wasn't expecting that. I don't know if I want to talk to him now.
Surprised to see that you've reached this point in your own story. There are so many different twists and turns it could have taken. His tale is still being written, as is yours. Hard to know where it will wind. With adventures like yours, you must have the most amazing stories to tell. Someone should take the time to write them down before they're lost forever. Your stories could inspire others to work as hard as you and do so many amazing things, maybe even help to save the world. Either way, if you die with your story untold, who's going to know it at all? You need to write it down before it's too late. Says life is like a library. There are more books than you can read in one go, so you have to pick. The choices you make tell us who you are. Sometimes we go back to read a story and find we're different than we were before. Turns out the story for this world isn't quite over yet. Hopefully, not for a long time. Praises you for working to keep telling this world's story instead of switching to a new one. Likes how you work with the myriad. They made for him the lights by which he reads. Says there aren't enough hours to read just during the day. Says there must be more to this story, right? You shouldn't let things out here worry you too much. Sometimes the heat plays tricks with your mind. So what you just saw isn't what you saw. He comes out here for peace of mind. There's a certain amount of quiet needed in the life of a vagabond bookkeeper. He's called Sol for no other reason that he likes to be alone. Sol believes in books as a uniquely portable magic. If the words within are powerful enough, they can take you places you wouldn't think could exist. Figures it's somewhere north of how many meals you've eaten. It's impossible to count. Says he's just got to the end of the book he started last time he was out here and found out it's missing the final 3 pages.
Oh, do you want my help with that?
He's been dreaming about these pages for some time now, but he realized that imaginary words are not enough. Concrete action must follow to find them. The pages have been seen out there in the dry hot, drifting like leaves in the wind. If you get them for him, he'll treat you to a portable magic of his own device. Says you're the biggest hero for that story since the original writer.
Soul Slender Skip. That is quite the name. Yowza. Alright, 1 agility. 1 more level of agility, and we'll be able to use that new gun we got. Well, let's see what he can do for us.
Super effective.
Doing a good amount of damage to him, even though it's a radiation monster. I'm not expecting there to be a vault out here.
Just soak it all up.
Might as well.
Put a key in that.
What have you got for us here?
Great weapons start with great materials.
I agree, so you should give me some relic mats. I don't know if that was too terribly worth it. I mean, it's not like we put out any effort to do that, I suppose. And so worth it isn't exactly the statement. I wish it was more worth
Make
it.
good use of that plastic scrap over there. You need to line up the switches so they match.
Yeah,
Pair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Thought we were trying to get him pages, so why are we starting a derelict plane engine?
Wow, wow, wow. Days wasting. Get to work while you can.
Quite sure why we are doing this. Again, I thought we were supposed to be collecting pages.
Could that be the whirring of a fan nearby? Look, that must be the page's souls missing.
I don't know about that. What am I supposed to do about this? I mean, there's one way to do it, I suppose. Okay. Oh, I got all three already. Wasn't sure we were gonna hit the wire there for a second. We have a horrible track record of drowning in oil, so... Ooh, that's another drum mag.
Sol says he didn't think you'd find all the pages before him, but he wonders if he let the mirages fool him where you did not. Sol says his trunk took his sightseeing to the next level, but now you're the one going places. You'll make better use of it than him. The trunk has taken him places he couldn't have gone on his own, and that's been really uplifting. You should latch on to the trunk. It's time to hit the road. Says you clearly already have more than enough baggage to deal with.
Ah, thanks.
Sol can't wait to escape the heat. Understands completely.
Quite follow what's going on here. What do we got going on here? Backpack? Backpack. Okay. Why did we do that? I was hoping for something a little more... Yeah, that's interesting. It's another change to our double jump. I like how the trunk looks better as well, but its stats are not very good, which is super unfortunate. It's a much better double jump than the helicopter backpack, though. I think we're just going to put our backpack back on for now. What to do now? Trying to look at that really quick. I've been talking this entire time about how I want to ditch plug. I need to make steps towards that or just deal with them. There's 3 tribes left, because there's these guys, which I don't really care for. I think, anyway. It should be these... whoever they are, the ANKATI, and the guys in the camo.
You found the MOLYHOLE outpost, an old peach you
These are
find on the
firefighters.
wall.
So I did some research, and out of the remaining tribes that are left, it's one neutral tribe that we don't like. It's the weird football helmet dudes. And then both the firefighters and the camo-wearing guys are dark tribes. So... I'm going to come over here, because the only option left at this point is ANKATI, aside from Plug. And I'm going to side with them for a second and see how hard it's going to be, or how troublesome it's going to be to deal with it. So, it turns out it'd be a lot of effort to go with ANKATI right now. And as much as I hate Plug, ANKATI's just about as worse. Like, the first mission they have you do is to have you go and poison the enemy fortress as well. So, they're all horrible warmongers and horrible war criminals, and we have the most progress done with this little idiot. So, we might as well.
As if you're ready, the Netra tribe He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He thinks being likable isn't enough. If fight is all you do, he can't stand by you.
Well, we're fighting him this time. The score risk was different this time around. You can get stuck in my bubble. That's unfortunate for you. Well, I'm glad we got to fight him that time.
Is defeat. He'll leave it up to you to decide. And with side by side, he's gotten news that the other tribes have realized there are no winners in this war. There's no purpose. It's clear your efforts have been successful. The tribes are so. Do you want to end the war now or continue the crusade? He agrees. Better save your energy for something meaningful.
I don't really feel like taking all of the other outposts, and this seems to be the better thing right here anyway. Like training them? I think I'm training them.
It's the Netra claw chain.
Everything should be united now. We gotta go around to every fort and go and get their weapon, I think. I hope we can go get them anyway. If we missed out on them, it's not a huge... I don't feel like it's a huge bad thing, because again, the tribe weapons have limited use. Yeah, we should be able to walk in and go get them.
Strange not having the sky above.
Yep, plug, just rub your butt over all their chairs, man. Do we not get the tribe weapons, though? Not the drawback, not fighting them? Oh no, it's right there, never mind.
It's the ANKATI bow.
I like the idea of a bow, but again, we've had terrible luck with the other firearms in this game being anything substantial. Don't have a fast travel point there, so we can't immediately go there. Might as well go here, stop by the Tinker dude, get that, then we can go to NETRA, or not NETRA, Pichu, that's Pichu tribe. Hopefully we get into a fight with something to try the bow out on. I don't have huge hope for it again. I don't think it's going to be as good as Why do you wait for me to get on to my mount to cry at me? Where's it at? Hello? I mean, that's okay. The problem is it's only okay, because look at that. Look at that. It's okay. Maybe if you could edit the tribe weapons, put add-ons on them, upgrade the quality and such, maybe. But I'm gonna go grab the rest of them, just for the sake of having it all done and having them all in our inventory. But I don't think we're gonna use any of them. They don't scale very well, unfortunately. Jagni tribe weapon was the one we had the most luck with, but that was still pretty early game. We should go to Nova and to Lobo and to like Noko and get them all spots on the spaceship just in case. How close is our aura to being at the 45 points we need, I wonder? We're at 33. We're getting close. And as soon as we hit... It's 45 again, I think. We can get Sky Spark. Oh, and 18 psi points. So we still have a little bit to go. But we're getting there.
The SURGESURF factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Let's see.
I mean, there's a Wiz, not the one we're looking for, though. Let's go listen to this Wiz talk, though. His quest unlocked. Something about Toxinol.
Mining led to mass deforestation and increased global warming, as nature couldn't absorb the carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emissions without the trees. These irreversible changes to the climate also contributed to the evolution and modified our genetic code. Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days. Says
Quite the tail strike you have there.
He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod. Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go. But says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. They've been here for you since you were a kidling, but when you left, you also chose to distance yourself from everyone that cared for you. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, you can always lay your own course. He feels you've deserved revenge because of how you were wronged. You've suffered enough to make him pay. Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decisions that brought you here, or are you just a pawn of fate? Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem. Thinks that kind of diversity brings strength. But that's not nearly as important as this. Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the Merc Puff. This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go-in. He can't leave the surge station, so you must help him find a tug twister. There's a wound-up mecha fingro in the mecha stadium that still has one stuck on its back. Find it, and you'll find the tug twister.
Some of the names in this game, man.
It's definitely made to lend a helping hand and do the heavy lifting. Toxanol records mention it as an automaton made for moving bionucleus matter into storage areas.